This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time. Content presented in the following podcast is for information purposes only. Views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host and guest and may not represent the views and opinions of the Whole Care Network. Always consult with your physician for any medical advice, and always consult with your attorney for any legal advice. And thank you for listening to the Whole Care Network.
The following podcast sometimes offers unusual solutions to usual problems. These solutions are meant for qualified agencies or individuals to put into action. And I'd be willing to bet that's not you. Listen, folks, we don't take ourselves too seriously. Neither should you. So, let's go have a laugh. Welcome to Unscrewed Up. We're the podcast that offers differently twisted solutions to life's little problems. I'm Josh.
I'm Amanda.
And Amanda, you are headed to England tomorrow.
I am.
That's very exciting.
So much to do.
Yes, and so I think that the next thing we're going to solve when we reconvene here is solving packing. Just packing. Not traveling, just packing.
Yeah, let's do that. And somebody come fix it for me now because I haven't done it yet. I got to take two of these children with me as well.
That's right. And so what we're going to do is we're kind of like on a little fake hiatus here because last week we played previously recorded material that you haven't heard, and we're going to do it again this week and probably again next week. And then we'll be back solving other things. So this week you're going to hear a previously recorded thing that we did, but you haven't heard it because it was not on this podcast feed. And it is on unscrewing up parking garages.
I mean, I'm about to encounter them at the airport, so hopefully they will have put into place some of our suggestions.
So listen to this, enjoy it. If you have any feedback for us, send us an email at unscrewedup@gmail.com or hit us up on the socials. But now, Amanda, let's go unscrew up parking garages. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wilsons will now unscrew it up.
Here today, we are going to talk about another thing that drives everybody crazy, parking garages.
Parking garages suck. I did do some research just because I'd like to lend a little bit of gravitas to the idiocy that we do around here.
Yes.
So this is the serious part. Parking garages are extremely dangerous.
They really are.
This is from an article, The Most Dangerous Things You Should Never Do in Parking Lots and Garages by Tegan Watson. It says the most recent FBI crime data comes from 2019. In that year, there were a total of 500,034 196 violent crimes in the United States. Of these, 6% occurred in a parking garage or lot.
I mean, that percentage is higher if you're on a police procedural.
Miami Vice, especially, like the old ones. This makes parking lots and garages the third most common site of violent crime, beaten only by personal residences and alleys or sidewalks. Okay. The FBI considers parking areas to be among the most dangerous places in the country.
They are.
Now, there are people who are taking steps to make them safer. Milwaukee implemented a new ordinance requiring owners of parking areas to provide police with detailed security plans before they're able to open. People are offering solutions. But dangerous is definitely... Is dangerous one of your problems that you're trying
Dangerous is my last problem. I'm not ready to solve it yet.
Okay, good. So, why don't you start? What is your first problem and your first solution?
So my first problem, and this really is what spurred this conversation, is because I was in a parking garage earlier this month taking the children to their doctor's appointments, and we have to park in this parking garage when we go to the pediatrician because it's part of a hospital. And first of all, that parking garage is awful. Second of all, the stairwells, whatever, smell horrible. The elevators are 1 second away from becoming Tower of Terror. They're slow and they're rickety, and then they're going to drop. So I don't like the elevators. I take the stairs. People choose to congregate in the stairs and smoke, and then they were just throwing their mask down that the hospital was making them wear in. All of it gross, yucky. But here's the biggest problem. People forget how the hell to drive in a parking garage. They either drive insanely fast around corners, or what happened to me is that it took me 20 minutes to get out of the parking garage because the person in front of the person in front of me was driving as slow as possible from the very top of the parking garage all the way down 5 floors of the parking garage.
Now, were they driving slow, do you think, because the parking garage was so narrow and it's just so nerve-wracking?
It is really narrow, and I think they were an older driver, and so they were just being very, very slow, but it took so long. Also, similarly, when we go to events, particularly events at the University of Florida, if we have to park up top of the garage, it takes so long to get out because people don't let people out of parking spaces, and then you're stuck. So here is my solution to either getting in and out of the parking spaces and getting in and out of the garage. It needs to be on a track, like the Wedway People Mover for parking garages. You leave your car at the bottom. It gets on the track. It goes up like the Wedway People Mover. It parks itself. And I think these automated parking things are things. I think they're happening in Japan, and I've seen them. But really, I need to leave it at the bottom, and you need to just take it away from me. It's like valet, but on a track with the Wedway People Mover. And if you do not know what the Wedway People Mover is, it is my favorite ride at Disney World.
All right, so that's your problem, your solution. And it's interesting. I'm going to go right to my number 2, which is an issue of mine, is finding my car.
Oh, that's a good one.
You didn't have that one.
No, I don't
as
have
one of
that
yours. Like right now, the solution is click on your little clicker until your car horn beeps. But we have the most obnoxious car horn.
I don't think we do.
Well, here's the thing. Usually when you click on the thing, the car will give like a little abbreviated beep.
Yeah.
Like it's not as loud.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is just like every time you press. So it's like, and if there's anyone around, they jump as if they have been attacked by the zombies. No, it's so obnoxious. I did it today because it also happens, when you double click your clicker to make sure your car is locked.
Yeah.
I did it. We're in a hotel this morning. I did it. And as I turned around to look at the car, right as I pressed it, there was someone in front of it. It was a teacher carrying her materials.
Oh, no.
And she almost, because she was right in front of the car, she almost dropped all of it.
Oh, no. Did you make eye contact with her, or did you turn quickly
I turned around quickly and just walked in a random direction. No way, dude. No. It's like spitting on Mother Teresa. Nope, that wasn't me. That was that other dude there. I think it was the Pope. So anyway. So my problem is finding cars right now. Now, what they used to do, when they used to have aerial antennas, people would hang different flags and tennis balls and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore. We can't do that. The clicking of the clicker, not satisfactory because, again, I don't want to scare the ever-loving mess out of anyone. I was going to go with a solution like put the car on a track, like you said.
Yeah.
And just it goes around and around, and then eventually you're like, "Oh, there's my car," and it's going really slow, like a slow moving carousel, right?
Like at the dry cleaners. Well, clearly don't get your clothes dry cleaned, but they just go. No, I'm saying you wash them. You don't take them to the dry cleaners. They just go up and around and back, and they just keep going up and around until yours comes around, and then they take it off the thing.
Or like the carousel of progress, right?
Yeah.
But it'll take a lot of electricity, and of course, the Wilsons are very concerned that our solutions are good for the planet.
That's right.
So that took the idea of a carousel, or these thousands upon hundreds of thousands of carousels you'd have to build every parking situation, right? And the power that it would take to move them.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my solution. Put all of the cars on floats on a lazy river.
Okay, just never mind having to continuously feed the water through it. But
no. It'll be like a natural thing. It's like spring fed or something, right? But these cars and they'll just lazily bump around. How delightful is that? What can you imagine the good mood you'd be in that you see these cars just bobbing on by, and then, oh, that's my car. You go and you get the car and you drive away.
How do you get to the car?
You step across. Have you ever seen a lazy river? It's not
Yes.
huge.
No, but you get wet. You're going to get wet.
No. You step across. Listen, this is the solution. I've got the solution.
All
and
right. I'm here for you.
It's
That's fine.
natural powered. Okay, so that's kind of close to your
It is
idea.
close.
But I think as far as voting things in, mine's better for the planet.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, what's
can
your
have
next
that.
one?
So my next one is that I park in a parking garage every day for work, right? Second floor, always on the same side. And then I get in my car and I go, ugh, I need gas. Or, ugh, I need get the oil changed. Or, ugh, my tire pressure is showing that it's low. I need not self-serving. I need full service parking garages. I need you to take my car, put it on the track, and then I need you to wash it. I need you to vacuum it. I need you to, you're getting your research out. This is a thing that happens apparently. I need you to change the oil. I need you to check the air pressure. Just please take my car while I'm at work and maintain it. It doesn't need this every day.
So you're taking the idea of garage like to the level that you would associate with garage, like real garages.
Yes. Take my car while it is sitting here for the 8 hours that I'm working or whatever, and take care of it, please. I will pay you to do this. I already pay a lot of money to park in that garage. So make it worth my while.
I don't hate that idea. So in the UK, they have car washes.
Okay? See,
In garages.
wash my car.
So they already have that going. Now, the first parking garages, I did a little research here. This article says that they can't pinpoint the first one, but I will tell you that I read somewhere that the first one was in 1918 and it was associated with a hotel.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, it said that an early engineering solution for multi-story garages was car elevators. These early garages were staffed with professional parking attendants. Drivers weren't allowed to park they weren't allowed to park their own cars. Some places also offered whole levels for women just so they could feel safe in the structures.
I like this.
And others offered babysitting while drivers shopped.
No, this is the best garage that's ever happened.
I wonder how they would do that, though. Would they just leave the kids in the car? Just make sure to crack the windows.
No, this is like big bouncy castles they put them in.
They
or
didn't have
something.
bouncy castles in 1918.
Yeah, but I'm here to solve that problem.
With bouncy castles in garages as
Yep.
well? Okay. So, got it. Your solution is make garages be real garages. I don't hate that idea. The next one is this idea of how difficult it is to park. Listen, if you're going to get a scuff on your car, a dent in your door, your bumper to be caved in, where's it going to probably happen?
Parking garage.
In a parking situation and in a parking garage. I mean, this garage that you were talking about, so narrow, the one at the hospital that you were saying, like it frightens me.
Yeah.
In fact, the car I used to have was a little old Honda Fit. Wonderful little car and very easy to maneuver. But now my car's slightly bigger, and that hospital garage scares me. I hate it. And I hate pulling into those narrow spots.
Yeah. They finally took the spots on either end of the rows away, so you can't park there anymore to make it a little bit easier to turn, but it's still really bad.
How can you have your car in a parking garage without getting it all scuffed up? That's the question.
You put it in a lazy river.
Well, let's assume for a second that maybe lazy river isn't adopted as an idea. I got to put forth these fully formed individual ideas so I have a chance here.
Okay, so how do we fix it?
First I was thinking like, I don't know, you cover your car in some sort of foam material.
Like spray foam or
Yeah, but like layers of it so
Okay.
that your car is more springy.
All right, just bubble wrap it.
Or bubble wrap it.
Not good for the environment.
Yeah, and not real practical solutions. So this is the idea that I came up with bumping into cars. How about giant boat bumpers?
Okay.
So you know these ones that they have that are, well, you've seen the ones that are like orange balls, right?
Yeah, that hang on the side of the boat. Got
So
it.
I was looking at those, but that would look rather silly hanging off of your car. But they also make these tubular ones. So they're inflatable foam tubes, right?
Yep.
That are long and thin. You get yourself some of those. You hang them off the side of your car.
It's brilliant.
You will never have a problem again. Now, if you go on the shopping website that everyone uses, that is not our sponsor, so we're not going to mention it. You can get the round ones for $37.99 for 2 of them. But the tubular ones for a set of 4, $64.99. Probably want to get 8 of those.
Yeah.
And they could the really heavy duty ones can be up to $200. So
Well, it costs more to fix your car.
it does. So I recommend these boat bumpers or these fenders that you just hang off your car.
I like it. Originally, when I was thinking about getting people in and out of the garage, I actually had the thought before I came with the Wedway People Mover, I was thinking about bowling alleys and the bowling bumpers and how those would just come up so people have to stay in their lane and stay in their parking spaces. But I like this bumper idea.
Well,
you have.
you'd scuff the side of your car.
Right. So I'm saying I like this, but you're clearly going to scuff somebody else's car with your boat bumper.
No. It's absorbent. You'll just bounce right off.
All right. I like it.
Like 2 fat kids on the playground.
You're doing really good today. It's much better than the poop sling.
Thank you very much. All right, go ahead.
So my last one, and I am not joking, really is, I was thinking my main concern is that it's dangerous, particularly for being a woman or being a woman and you've got the kids in the parking garage. It does not feel safe. No, I feel safe at work because it's open. All the sides are open. You can see the daylight. We have parking attendants who I'm very good friends with, make friends with the people who take care of the things. And so I feel safe there. Do not feel safe in other garages. And I started thinking, like, how can we fix this other than just people taking the car and I'm not have to go into it? And I started thinking, where is it really hard to run? Where is it really hard to attack? And I swear to you, bouncy castles. For real, bouncy castles is on my list. So we just turn the parking garage into a giant bouncy castle. And then we're not hurting our cars. And people can't run at me or try to attack me because they're just going to we're just bouncing off all the stuff. And then people will know I want giant bouncy castle garages.
Okay, so how would the cars safely drive through these things?
Well, I don't have to problem solve the cars. I have to problem solve my safety. So maybe there's driveways, like you can drive, but then the walls and the sidewalks and where you walk are just all bouncy castle.
So here's the problem with that. I mean, I love you. Great idea.
It's really not, but thank you.
The number of times where someone intentionally harms someone will probably go down. The number of times where someone will unintentionally harm someone exponentially will increase. Have you ever seen 2 kids clock each other in midair in a bouncy castle? Yep. Like a freaking medieval joust.
That's true.
Except no winners.
All right, so how do you problem solve the dangerous part?
The dangerous, that wasn't one of my problems because I'm a man. I don't have to care about that.
Right. Good. I'm glad you realized coming from this place of privilege, you and your penis are coming from.
That's right. My penis is so privileged. All right, my last one is I don't want to walk that far.
See, I thought about this, but then I thought about how that parking garage at Universal just has the people sidewalk.
So I get bored, though. That's boring. There's like 4 or 5 people sidewalks, which, by the way, why not just one people sidewalk? They've got 4 or 5 people sidewalks that's just moving you along. And that gets annoying, too, because people want to walk then on that. And you're like, oh, do I go to the left? Do I go to the right? Should I just walk? Oh, too much.
Too many decisions.
No. So I was thinking at first, like maybe trams.
The Wedway People Mover we can bring that back in.
But again, this just adds to the energy consumption, pollution. No. I didn't like that. I struck that off my list.
If it's a bouncy castle, you just jump to where you need to go.
So then, oh God, can you imagine that with baggage? Cannonball.
Emotional or physical?
Well, it would give me emotional. Then I was thinking, everyone likes pony rides.
Well, except for you, you're allergic to horses.
Except I'm allergic to horses. But again, what if you're at the airport? You can't very well jump up on a pony with your 5, bags and, 3 carry-ons or whatever. So ponies won't work. In fact, I don't think Clydesdales would even work because I think it would be too cumbersome. and probably not that fun. Everybody loves elephant rides.
I do love an elephant. I have ridden elephants, but I just don't think that it's good for the animals. I don't think. See, I think this is the same.
We want the elephants to be very well taken care of. We want them to be paid very well. They need to live in the best paddocks and best places with people coming by and massaging the pads of their feet and rubbing their trunks. They only need to work when they want to work, but they're going to be, they're living this high life. Of course, they're going to gratefully want to do that. Health benefits, all the things for the elephants, but how delightful would it be? And there are parts of the world where that was the primary transportation and also freight hauling and all the things. They're massive creatures. If I'm sitting on an elephant, even as big as I've gotten, he's probably not going to mind.
He's probably doing okay.
And like a couple of cheeky little bags up there too, but just a delightful elephant walk from your car to the terminal, or from your car to the shopping mall, or even to the doctor's office. Everyone loves elephant rides.
Yeah.
So, and you never have to worry about where your cars are because
the
elephant never forgets.
You're such a jackass. Oh, God, that was good. You brought it back around. Oh, okay. So which 5 are we choosing?
So this is what we have. We have... people don't know how to drive. There needs to be a people mover. We have it's a dangerous place, so we need to make them bouncy castles. And then your other one was what?
Make my garage a real garage. Take care of my car while I'm gone.
A service station, right? And then mine, we have elephant rides, which everyone loves. We have cars on a lazy river. And we have boat fenders for cars. I think we all know what the weakest link is here.
The bouncy castle.
the bouncy castle is done gonna get someone killed.
Okay, fine.
So there you go, folks. Alert NATO, alert the press. Let's get some processes going. Let's get these things fixed because we're running on Wilson time now, baby.
That's right. I don't really know what Wilson time is, but I'll agree to it. So do we want to make NATO in charge of this, or do we think that they're really busy with the bathroom thing and we need to pick a different organization?
Ooh, that's a good one. How about the Postal Service? They're not doing much these days.
Right. Let's get those guys involved.
All right. I think they can use more to do. All right. There you go, USPS. Fix it. 5 times. Thank you. Do you constantly vacuum up pet hair only to empty your Hoover into the garbage and then do it all over again? Seems like a big waste of time. Time that you could be spending shopping for clothes. Say no more. Introducing the Hairy Vac Fashionator. The Hairy Vac Fashionator not only sucks up fur, but transforms it into high fashion couture. This revolutionary vacuum cleaner turns shedding into trend setting. The Hairy Vac Fashionator has you saying goodbye to clothes shopping and hello to the sheer joy of wearing a sweater made from your kitty's finest fur. Or imagine slipping into socks woven from your precious pup's pompadour. But wait, we're not done yet. What better way to feel closer to your special person than having undergarments crafted from their hair? The Hairy Vac Fashionator has a special human hair attachment, making this dream come true. From cat couture to sexy lingerie made from your lover's locks, we've got you covered. Quite literally. The Hairy Vac Fashionator, because fur is the new fabulous, and hair is the new high fashion. right, Amanda, I think we've unscrewed up all we can today. I just want to mention that we are part of the Whole Care Network, which is a network of people who help caregivers. People who help people helping people, really. That's
right.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
But it takes a lot of people to create this care economy where folks are making sure that people get what they need. So go over to thewholecarenetwork.com and check out their podcast, but also their other resources. Amanda, you got anything else?
No, just be careful in the parking garage. Enjoy the bounciness. Get your car taken care of while you're there. See, I had to go get 3 new tires last week, and if I was parking in a full-service parking garage, this would not have come as a surprise to me.
Very, very true. We'll get on that. Maybe when you're in the UK, you can bring back some more solutions because they probably do it better than we do it over here.
I'm sure I'll find lots of things that will influence the way that Americans do things over here. I'm really looking forward to new content when I get back.
There you go. All right, folks, just remember, whatever you do this week,
Don't screw it up.
bye.
Bye.